Hey everybody, we're back with episode 10 of the deep dive. We got a pile of random cards to look at today, and we're starting with Snag. So shout out to the Dev podcast. They did shout out Snag, and it was already kind of bubbling up, right, with the advent of new coming and Misfail. So we're going to take a look at it today. Currently, Snag sitting at $8.50, not about 19 listings on TCG Player. Up about $7, $8 over the last week. It could be really good against new. This card's always kind of been a trap card. It was used against chain back in the day, specifically against the seeds chain. Um, but can you play a blue no block against new and hope to blow her out on those big bonds turns? Yeah, I don't know. It could work. It couldn't work. Keep an eye on this card. $8.50 now. Coming from Crew, no history pack, white border reprint on this one. So inventory, is not thin yet, but if this becomes the card, it could become thin. So just keep an eye on it. Might go up, might go down. Not sure on this one yet. All right, next card, another dev shout out. We got Van Brace of Determination here. Rainbow foil sitting at $18, cold foil at 59. Really, we talked about this one in the last episode, I believe, as well. So keep an eye on it. Might move, might not. Again, another misfail tech card. Quite a bit of rainbow foils. I believe on the last episode we talked about upgrading from rainbow foil to cold foil. Still really too large a gap to do that. That again, outsiders pull rates were a little wonky on rainbow foil legendaries. You can see that here still, lots on TCG Player, still sitting around $20 even with all the hype. Next card I just wanted to show off was the Time Skippers. These are the cold foil variants, now up to $25. Only 9 listings on TCG Player right now, up from $15 to $25, around that area. I think, Time Skippers being the tech card to fight against Arclight and New Prism. So, just because Misfail is coming out doesn't mean Prism's going anywhere. So, people teching up against that, prepping, put these in their sideboard, especially those Guardian players. Even at $25, first edition Monarch isn't getting any older or any younger. And yeah, might be worth a look at. Next card here, Cold Foil Soulbound Resolve sitting at $19.50. Let's not forget, we do have an armory deck coming up. 13 on TCG Player at the moment, up $7. I think that's what we're seeing here is prep for that armory kit and Bolton getting that power bump from those new cards in that deck. That's coming next month. So just keep an eye on it. If you don't have this card, if you're wanting to play Bolton, might as well just grab the cold foil. You know what I'm saying? Next card here is Head Leads Tail. This card I threw in there because, like Snag, these are kind of cards that, and the next card as well. Both these cards, especially Head Leads Tail, possibly a good Zen card. Your name in Crouching Tiger, you get the +1, and kind of makes your turns function. Sitting at $4, 21 of them on TCG Player right now. So pretty large inventory. So don't expect this thing to move all that fast, couple bucks at a time, unless a Zen deck comes out and does really well. Then they'll go really fast. Just over the last week, just up like $1.50 or so. If you have any interest in Zen, maybe pick up this card now. But decks are still being brewed and the meta is still unknown at this point, so a little bit of caution there. Yeah, so I mentioned it, right? This round's on me. Looks like we're seeing some movement here, up $5 in the past week, sitting at $13.67, around 13.50. Current listings 24, so 24 listings, so a decent amount of stock on TCG Player right now. But $5 kind of jumped out to me. And remember, this was a Phi Tech card back in the day. So maybe that's why we're seeing this pop up again. This could be good against both Enigma and Zen if they become popular. Now, I think drawing the card against these new heroes, yeah, it wasn't great against Phi, but it might, with the amount of instants and blue base that these heroes are, I don't know, you know, that might be a more of a detriment than it was in the past. So keep that in mind. But sitting at $13, not not terrible right now because back in the 5 days this was up close to $20. Everfest is we know that Everfest is getting long in the tooth, and card could go up. Shiana, so kind of just a pure collector's item here, but I'm adding it and talking about it today because at 46 or $47, kind of struck me as low. This card's always been like 60, $65 as far as I can remember. There's 22 rainbow foils, and it's gone down $10 in the past week. So if you're looking to play UPF or some Blitz, and try this card out, it is a legendary from Crew. We know that Crew is awfully hard to get a hold of. A lot of places are sold out of it. Not really sure where you even find Crew Unlimited sealed anymore these days. It is just hard to find. So, if you want it for the collection, $46, $47, not bad right now if you want to pick it up. Oh, yes. So this is a little bit throwback to a couple episodes back. I looked at these on April 5th. Vincent hype is real. I think Vincent hype, Runeblade hype, if you look, as I was looking throughout TCG Player, Runeblade cards are moving. These are some of the bigger movers. These cards, again, like I said on the previous episode, very rare, and we're starting to see it now, sitting, all of them sitting at $60 or $70. Just an update slide here on where those sit. So, these things are pushing, and inventory is still thin on them. So keep an eye on that. And then the last Runeblade card, because we always have to talk about Runeblades on these little episodes. Looming Doom EA. So, I just mentioned, or we just looked at the EAs from Dusk Till Dawn. Those are very playable. There are 3 of them in most Vincent decks, all 3 of them. This card, not so much, right? Not seeing much play. I think Combo Viscera use this card. It is a blue block 3, so it is, and I think situationally it can be played late as a closer, but really not a super playable card at this time. It is an EA, it is in Fab 2.0, so that means it is a hard pull. They are very hard to pull. I know that for sure because I opened a lot of Dynasty. So sitting at $19.50, not bad for this card. Again, more of a fill your collection if you're looking for kind of a steal of the day on Fab cards. 21 of them on TCG Player right now, so there's a good number of them out there. It tells me that it's kind of just sitting around, and no one's really paying too much attention to it. So if you need to fill that binder slot, $19 might not be a bad time to do it, right? But that is going to be the last card of this episode. We are prepping for pre-releases this weekend and Mistfield next weekend, and we will be looking at how the meta or how the markets are shaping out. Until next time, peace.